First up is the one and only Maria Vasco, the founder of the Uvita shop. If you haven't already visited Uvita, run, don't walk. It's the first zero-waste shop in Boston. And if you are located on BU's campus, getting to her shop is going to be a whole lot easier because she's about to open her third location in Brookline. You can also check out some of the awesome offerings today from the Uvita shop in the pop-up in the Questrom lobby. Maria did a lot of research on zero-waste stores before she opened one, not only visiting 5 in person when she was studying abroad in Madrid, but also watching literally hundreds of zero-waste YouTube videos. So without further ado, I'm delighted to introduce Maria Vasco.
Have you ever been confronted with a problem that was so huge you didn't think you could possibly be a part of the solution? Like racism, cancer, or economic disparities, or even climate change. For a long time, I felt like there were so many huge problems and not much that I can do about them. Here's my story on how I'm making my impact. At age 4, my parents uprooted me from our farm in Cali, Colombia, and brought my sisters and I to Boston. In fact, I grew up about 4 miles from here, just over in East Boston. And from a young age all the way into high school, I was very shy. I had a terrible fear of public speaking. And when I say terrible, I mean I would start to shake and I could not get a complete sentence out of my mouth. But one of my high school teachers, Miss Rooney, wanted to help me. And so she advised me to join the debate team where she knew I would have the opportunity to overcome my fear of public speaking. After a few months of being on the debate team, I began to thrive and I found my voice. Senior year came quickly, and soon I was heading off to UMass Boston. And after taking a few political science classes, I realized the more classes I took, the more I disliked them. I wasn't feeling the same spark that I felt when I was on the debate team, and it left me feeling confused. But then I found an Intro to Environmental Science course that was addressing how humans are impacting the environment. I immediately signed up for the course, and my entire life changed. I felt as though I found one of the biggest battles we humans have not yet been able to overcome: climate change. And in classes, we would talk about animal agriculture, harmful agricultural practices, animal extinction, and Earth's rising temperatures. And when I was confronted by the fact that in 2050, there would be more plastic in the ocean than fish, I was alarmed and I wanted to take action. I felt my mind exploding every single day as I was learning about what is truly going on in the world. And at the same time, I found my purpose because it was then that I realized I wanted to dedicate my life to protecting our environment. But then I had a moral dilemma. How can I be an environmentalist when everything that I buy, product-wise, is always packaged in plastic? I got tired of feeling as though I was not living aligned to my values, and I wanted to find a balance between consuming what I needed to buy, like shampoo, deodorant, and toothpaste, but without it having a negative cost to our environment. I found my answer in the zero waste movement. The zero waste movement is dedicated to reducing our footprint on the earth by pushing society to be more conscious about the stuff we buy, we have, how we use it, and how we trash it. I dug into finding out all about zero waste by watching hundreds of YouTube videos, reading a lot of books, and meeting zero waste entrepreneurs. In addition, I began my own plastic-free journey right at home. I, for example, had my plastic toothbrush and I switched it out for a bamboo one, and then I switched out my single-use makeup remover wipes for reusable ones. I researched plastic-free alternatives to everyday products, and I became that annoying friend that could just not stop talking about what she was learning. Needless to say, zero waste had changed my perspective on everything. And it was during a meeting with my college advisor, Rajani Shrikant, where I told her about my plastic-free journey and how I wish there was a brick-and-mortar store that I can just go in and shop for all these plastic-free essential products without having to cycle through numerous websites for one product here and one product there. This was the problem that I was waiting for someone else to solve. She challenged me and said, if you really want this store to happen, then make it happen. And I immediately said, what? No, I can't. I'm not qualified, I'm too young, I don't have the capital, I've never started a business before, and I'm not even a business major. There is just no way. But then she told me about a new scholarship that UMass Boston was offering for the very first time, and it was called the Entrepreneurship Scholarship. This scholarship allows one student to propose a business idea by submitting a 3-page business concept. I got to work, and I immediately started doing market research for potential customers. I did business plans and even store plans. And I submitted my application. And after a few months, I got the phone call that changed my life. I was awarded the $5,000 scholarship, but then the hard work really began. I started with small pop-ups right on campus, and by telling my friends and classmates why plastic-free products are better for themselves and for their families. I began pushing Boston towards the zero waste movement by developing a team, a brand, and by joining other like-minded individuals. I bootstrapped every penny I made, and I reinvested it into the business. And just 6 months after graduating college, I opened Uvida Shop, Boston's first and only zero waste store and refillery. Today we have 2 storefronts, the first one in the North End and the second in East Boston, where I grew up. And our 3rd store is slated to open in Brookline this spring. I am thrilled to say that in addition to decreasing the demand for plastic waste, with our newly added refillery, we are diverting single-use plastic waste from the landfills and the oceans. We are a small team making a huge impact, but most importantly, we are living aligned with our values. So I'm here to tell you, the next time you think you can't do anything to address these huge and overwhelming problems, I'm here to remind you. Start small, test your ideas, build a team, and maybe even a movement, and know that together we are addressing the world's biggest issues. Thank you, and if you want to continue the conversation, please visit our pop-up in the atrium.
Thank you so much, Maria, for sharing your story. I really enjoyed that.
I will most definitely be checking out the Uvita pop-up shop today in the lobby. What a great way to kick off our Ignite Talk.